Yeah, you guys doing NoFap Day. Hello, you guys doing NoFap? What is wrong with this thing? How you guys doing NoFap Day? 11? I think 11, I never got to bust them nuts. Kind of about 11 days. I haven't been busting them nuts. Yeah, you guys, we in double digits. You know, that's good. It's interesting. Today's definitely an action-packed day. I was supposed to have a midterm today, or yesterday. I probably have a midterm, today. And I'm not gonna lie to you, I didn't think I was gonna do too well in it. So I was like, damn, man. I had to scramble in the morning to wake up just to, review what my notes, notes, whatever. And of course, you guys heard about the hurricane that's coming. These damn man-made hurricanes. That's in Florida. So we got a little bit of the winds, and so they cancel classes like after 2 p.m. And my class, well, after 3 p.m. and my class started at 2. I was like, damn. But as I was on the way to class, getting ready to bomb this midterm exam, the professor emails and says, that class is canceled, and the midterm is next Tuesday. And I was real happy, man. I was real happy for a little bit. That's what I want to talk about in this video, real quick. A lot of times, I don't know if it's just a porn thing or whatever, a brain, the effects in the brain. I think it's something with the delayed gratification or whatever. Something with like the dopamine receptors being damaged, and so little pleasures don't really like make me like really happy. Like, okay, like the thing is that if something good happens, like say something good happens to me, and I'm excited about something. I'm excited about it for like 2 minutes, and after that, I'm just back dull. Say I really want to pass the class, then I really need to pass the exam to pass the class. I'll pass the exam to pass the class. Next thing you know, 10 minutes later, okay, it's now just like, so what's next? It's like the only really big pleasure I get is like when it comes to like watching porn. I think it's like a testament to like what porn does to the brain. It makes like little pleasures or little happinesses that we feel. We feel it for a little bit, and then after that, which is like it's almost like a brain's like, well, okay, that's cool, that's good and everything. But hey, last night though, that porn, whatever insert porn star name here, she had the insert body feature here, and then in your mind that's impressive, obviously, because obviously when you watch porn, a lot of dopamine is released, more dopamine than usual. And so nothing can really compare to that. So that's why it's like, that's why little things that we figure that we're gonna be really happy about. It's we're happy with a little bit, but after that it's just like, what's next? Cause this is not porn. So I mean, you gotta do something better than that. I think that's one that thing that the porn does to our brains. I don't know, man. I just sat now. After that, just kind of I guess the day kind of went downhill from there. So you would figure that okay, that means I have more time to study. I came home. I didn't study. I hopped on the game. It's one of those things where it's like, once it's like the procrastination mode, my brain activates. And it's like, okay, so we got 5 more days left to study. Bam. So we're not gonna do nothing for the first 2 days. And that's how I've been a mediocre student ever since I've been in school. Just those procrastination thoughts. But yeah, man. The rest of the day was just kind of dull from there. Another thing about like a PMO addiction, man, it's just like the moods so up and down, man. It's like the bipolar like traits of behaviors. I'm in a good mood one day, and the next moment I'm just like, don't talk to me. It has to be very confusing for other people who don't really like, especially people you don't tell about the addiction to. How you can be in a good mood 1 minute and 2 minutes, then 2 minutes go by, and next thing you know, you like, man, I'm talking to me. You just in that phase. And that's where I've been like, ever since the PMO addiction, I really was like took effect. Just very up and down behaviors, and I think that's one of the underlying dangers of the PMO is that, it's not just porn or whatever. It's not just that easy. It's the PMO affects other aspects of our lives too. And I do really firmly believe that when I get under grasp that I'm gonna be in a much clearer headspace now. Obviously, of course, we all have days we don't feel like speaking, we don't feel like talking, we just want to be left alone. Of course, we all do. That's natural. But if your dopamine receptors are lower than normal, and your mood is just constantly fluctuating, man, that can be frustrating. Especially when you don't really mean to be so snappy and like angry and upset and all these negative emotions start to flow out. But it's just like, man, it's like, damn it. You can obviously try to force smiling and things like that, but it's like, man, why am I gonna force a smile when I don't feel like it? I don't know, man. I think it's just a negative I think it's just that the negativity from porn, maybe other things within. But I did wake up. I still didn't ran my mile uh, obviously if Saturday and Sunday are off days. I actually feel kind of good. I feel sore right now. My stomach makes it feels kind of like tight. I don't know if that means that I'm getting a little six pack. I don't know. Probably not, but hey, it is what it is. They do say the six pack is made in their kitchen and not the and obviously doing kind of like a over not just sit ups but other like I guess a bunch of different exercises or whatever to combine kind of gives you six packs, but that's not really important. I think I ran like the mile the fastest I ran it so far this morning, so that was good. That's good news. Just also completed the cold showers, 3 days of cold showers. The one thing about cold showers is that every morning, man, it's like you never really get used to them. It's like every morning it's like you get that little nervousness about you, but that's complete. Yeah, man, it was a pretty decent off. Not decent. It was kind of a low day for me. A lot of those relapse thoughts were kind of creeping into my head, and I just told her a couple of comments, and then obviously I snapped back into reality. Actually, I forgot this. I forgot to mention. Weirdly enough, last night before I forgot, I'm glad I thought about it. I actually had a dream that I was getting ready to relapse, but I had a dream I was getting ready to relapse, and penis was out and everything. I don't mean to be this explicit, but we know what it is. Everything was out. The hot the tool was out and ready to be used. And next thing you know, I think for I remember it was like a female in a pool or lake or whatever swimming, and I was getting ready to squeeze that tip to it to the female in the pool. And next thing you know, I woke up. I'm like, damn, we got them little dreams on NoFap. You dream like you relapsed, and you wake up and you realize you didn't relapse. It's like, damn, I'm glad I didn't relapse. I'm glad it was just a dream. But yeah, man, obviously it's gonna be much worse days and much better days ahead. But that's the whole part of the crazy roller coaster ride that is PMO, recovering from porn addiction. But obviously, the one thing that I try to think about, that feeling this addiction on this path is that no matter how bad you're feeling at the current moment, if you relapse, man, if you think emotions are bad now, if you relapse because you just want that feeling, guess what's gonna happen? That problem is gonna get even that little bit more worse, and then you gotta deal with that problem again. So it's like, what's the point of relapsing when I know if I have all these negative emotions now, why am I gonna relapse knowing that those emotions are gonna be fixed by relapsing? It's just a question I ask myself. But I'll see you guys soon for day 12. Getting up in the days, you guys. See you guys soon, and as always, don't relapse.